Hey, I wanna break something down to the Cowboy fans, right? I want y'all to understand something. Cole Beasley is not making up this story about targets. I want y'all to go and I want y'all to go back to when Dez Bryant was on his team, how many targets he had. And then I want y'all to go back and check Okoye Media. Shout out to Okoye Media. Go back and look at the Okoye Media video. And I want y'all to look at the amount of targets and how many misreads and overthrown passes and etc. It goes to show that Cole Beasley is exposing Jerry Jones based on the fact that he wants certain players to have a certain amount of targets. If he actually is telling, if the front office is basically coming up with this idea about who gets the ball, who gets the targets, then technically there's no such thing as having an offensive coordinator. If Jerry Jones is going to say what's going to happen on the field, then he might as well be the offensive coordinator. After all, go look at Dez's targets. He was the most, I think he was, if not top 5 targeted wide receiver that year before he was released. Dez Bryant was released based on money, number one. And number two, it was the fact that they wanted to carry the torch for Dak and not Dez. They let Dez go knowing that it wasn't his fault that he didn't catch most of those passes. This is not debatable. Cole Beasley's on his way out the door. I think Cole Beasley's just tired of the bullshit. It ain't got nothing to do with an offensive coordinator. Jerry Jones is fucking his team up. And it might not be Jason Garrett. It just might be Jerry. Jerry won't give him control of the team to be a head coach. I think Jason Garrett is what we always thought he was. Puppet number one. Scott Linehan just got tired of shit. And I'm not saying Scott Linehan is a good or bad offensive coordinator. We may never know how good this team is based on Jerry Jones and his decisions. And that's what y'all gotta fail to understand. Y'all gotta understand that. Y'all fail to realize that. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Oh yeah, and look at Amari Cooper's numbers. When he got here, they said to themselves, we gave him a first-round draft pick. We want all those targets to go to Amari. Period. That's what it is. And Dak is a good quarterback. He's not great. He's not even on the level of a top 10. He's like middle of the pack. It is what it is. You're not gonna get you 30 yards here, 40 yards there, 30 yards here. You're not gonna get 300 yards a game. You're not gonna get none of that. But you can if Jerry Jones let the men be men on the field and he be a GM and keep his ass in the booth. Bottom line.